Hey everybody, it's me, MC Aggie St. James. I've got some good news. It's not about the interview today, but that's, excuse me, I have the hiccups. That still may turn out in my favor, but one of my subscribers named Robert truly blessed me today. And he was able to help me out financially with the money that I've been needing to have. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups for that's due at the end of this month, which is in like a day or two. So excuse me, I'm sorry, I never get the hiccups, but I have them now. As soon as he told me, I just fell to the ground in tears, thanking God, because it just was absolutely amazing what he did, and I just, it's just these damn hiccups. It's just a reminder to me that there are still good people left in this world, and he's never met me. He only knows me through YouTube here, but He really was a blessing to me, and I know I look bad, y'all. I'm sorry, but it's just been a long day, and I'll get into that in a second. He's such a blessing, and there's no amount of thank yous that I can tell him that to me will be sufficient enough, because it was just an absolute blessing what he did for me today. And so Robert, and I know I've told you this time and time again, but I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you are a lifesaver with this, and I don't know what I would have done. So I want to thank you from my heart for that. And I know there were some other subscribers that I know wanted to help but couldn't, and that's fine. Just everybody being there for me and giving me their love and support and their prayers and their encouragement, that's enough for me. That's all I need. That's enough for me. I mean, yes, I'm in this situation, but it helps when you've got people that actually care about you and want you to be okay. And it's funny because most of these people you may not ever meet, maybe one day you will, but it's a blessing. and I just really am so grateful right now. So I just wanted to share that with everybody, that I have the money that I need to give to the landlord. And I'm going to be able to give it to him tomorrow. So I just wanted everybody to know that. As far as my interview went today, it went really, really good. She told me flat out. She was like, well, first I had to wait almost, it was actually over an hour again, because she had an appointment before she had to come into work, and she didn't think it would take that long. So my interview was at 11, and it ended up being at 12, and I was fine with that, because I was willing to sit there until however long it took. You know what I'm saying? For her to finally get there. I met with her again, because I had the pre-interview with her yesterday. So I met with her again today, and after talking with me yesterday and talking with me some more today, she told me, she was like, I'm not even going to ask you these interview questions, because I know you will be absolutely perfect for this job. You have got the most experience, and you're very bubbly, and I just think you're going to be a great person for this job. She was like, I know that you're worried about well, let me get into that. So, nobody's perfect, people. Everybody makes mistakes in life. Everybody makes mistakes in life. Nobody's perfect. It's a part of growing. It's a part of life. But I do have something on my record from way back. I'm talking about 2002, 2003. That was 12 years ago. It's 2014 now. And it's been 12 years, and it's a misdemeanor, but it's on my record. because I haven't had the $300 to $400 something to get it expunged. So, I told her about that yesterday during the pre-interview. And, I was, up front, and I was honest with her. And she told me, she was like, I really don't think you need to worry about it. Because, part of the interview process is sending off the paperwork to do the background check. And then corporate will send it back to her, I guess, over the internet. So it's like through like an email or something. And it's basically like a yes or a no. And this interview I'm talking about is for that big warehouse company that I told y'all in last night's vlog that I was going to this morning that I had at 11 a.m. So this is the one that I'm talking about. And so, she told me, she was like, I know, and this was yesterday. This is why I had to go back a little bit so I could explain. She said, I know that you're worried yesterday. I know that you're worried about this background and everything, and then today she even, reiterated that, and she was like, look, I know that you're stressed out about that, but I just need you to just relax and take a deep breath for me. She said, look, this company has hired people that have several things on their record. So she was like, the fact that it's just one thing on your record, it's a misdemeanor. It's not like it's some big felony or something. It's a misdemeanor. And then third of all, it happened 12 years ago. She was like, and that's the only thing that you have on your record. And I was like, yes, ma'am, but I just don't know. And so I'm really concerned. I'm really worried because I used to work for another big warehouse company that's similar to this big warehouse company job. And I told them up front about it. They hired me without any problems. And I think that had a lot to do with the fact that I was, up front about it during that interview. And when I got that job, it was right after right after I had gotten that charge. So, I had less luck of getting it then than I do now. I have more luck of getting it now, of getting this job, than I would have, you know what I'm saying? So, but that other warehouse company job that knew about it hired me anyway. And this was back in 2003 is when I got hired with that warehouse company. And I stayed with them for almost 5 years. And, but I didn't use the cash register. It was just kind of like, because of the type of charge it was, I could do anything else in the store or in the warehouse. I couldn't do that. And that was understandable, and that was fine. But the reason why I'm so concerned is because this position that she's hiring me, that she wants to hire me for at this warehouse job position at the interview that I went to today, is for a cashier position. I mean, it's amongst other things as well. Nobody does just one thing. Everybody helps out in the whole company, but it would be on the front line working working the cash register and stuff. And so, she told me, she was like, when I told her that I had worked at this other, big warehouse job, she said, well, did they hire you and know about it? I said, yes. They did, because I was up front with them in the very beginning and told them about it, and they hired me. And that warehouse company job is basically almost exactly like this warehouse company job. It's just two different companies. You feel me? And so she was like, well, I'm sure that their corporate is probably a lot similar to our corporate because they're both warehouse companies. So I'm pretty sure that you're going to be okay. And she was like, like I said, we've hired people that have several things on their background. And so I told her, I was like, ma'am, I just don't know, what it's going to say, and so I just don't know, and I'm really nervous about it. And she told me, she said, now I have to send this off to corporate, not like through the mail, but, through this, computer system. And she said, I've seen it come back in 2 hours, and I've seen some of them take 24 hours, to come back. It just depends. I'm sorry, this is really hard on my head. And yes, I'm wearing this hat because I don't have on any makeup and my hair's not done. She said, I've seen, it take up to 24 hours for us to get someone's background check back. She said that it all just depends on how many states you've lived in, because they check every state. And I said, well, I've only lived in like 2 other states. And so she was like, well, then it shouldn't take yours long for us to get back. And she said it's basically like, it's quite simple. It's either going to be a yes or it's going to be a no. And I was just, I was crying because I was like, ma'am, and she was like, and the good thing though was that she's a single parent of a 3-year-old daughter. So she could relate to the struggles that I, have to go through with being a single parent. So, I'm glad I had somebody that could relate in a sense that was interviewing me than somebody that's never had a struggle in their life. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't really get it, But another reason why I'm a little concerned is because this big warehouse company is connected to another company that is extremely well known. And that company I had tried to apply to get a job with back in 2007, 2008. And they wouldn't hire me because of that charge I had back in 2002, 2003. Now, mind you, when I was applying, it had only been 4 years? So it hadn't even been 7 or 10 years yet since that charge happened. You feel what I'm saying? And so, most applications, most companies, it'll be like, have you, been convicted of a crime or anything within the past 7 to 10 years? Yes or no? Usually after it hits 7 years and on, people are more negotiable with you because they're like, look, she hasn't done anything. You feel me? So, and so I don't know. And so this company that's connected to this big warehouse company that I'm talking about, that I went to the job interview for today, I had applied to that other part of the company, back in 2008. And they told me that they couldn't hire me because of that. But like I said, once again, that was back in 2008 when I applied with them. And the incident, the charge, happened back in 2002, 2003. So it had been only 4 or 5 years, Well, now it's been 12 years. So, you would think I would be less worried about it, but I still am, because I think those two are the same. I think the company that's connected to this big warehouse company, I think they have the same corporate. You feel me? But I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that they do. And so that's why I'm so concerned, because I don't know what the outcome is going to be. So basically the interview, ended, and I could tell she really liked me. I could tell she really liked me, and she could see how genuine I am, and how in dire need I am. And so she basically told me, she was like, look, it's not like you were in the military and you lived and worked in all these states, then it could take a week to come back. You feel me? But she was like, I'm thinking it's probably going to get back tonight. If not tonight, then surely by tomorrow morning. So she said, especially since you've just got one thing. So that's basically what I'm waiting on at this point. So and I don't know. I don't know. She said as soon as she gets it back, she will call me and let me know. As soon as she gets it back. So, I told her, I said, I don't even care if it's 11 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning. She was like, fine. She was like, that's fine, because she said that she was probably going to be at work tonight until about 10 or 11. If it gets through tonight, no matter what time it is, she'll call me, while she's still at work. If she leaves work before it gets back, then she said she will definitely check it first thing tomorrow morning and give me a call. So that's all I know at this point. And y'all can just imagine how my nerves are shot. My nerves were shot days ago. My nerves, everything is just like this. Everything. So, but I've just been sitting back thinking through this whole process, And, people make mistakes in life. And sometimes they make them again. And I think people, it's a part of growing up, it's a part of life. And so, I mean, I know people that did something when they were young, it got put on their record, and then, you know, they were stupid enough to do it again. But then when they did it again, they realized that this is stupid. This is why, you know, why even risk it again, you know? And so many people are so quick to judge people that have stuff on their record. And it doesn't matter what I mean, I understand corporations and businesses. You know, they see that as a risk. You feel me? But to me, there's really no, I mean, I get it, but there's people that may have never done any type of a crime, and then all of a sudden do it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, you know, I don't judge people, but I do. If I judge people, it's by their character. If it's by their character. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, I've met some criminals in my day, and I don't hang out with people that do all that stuff because I don't have friends. I keep to myself. It's been that way for a very, very, very long time, and I'm fine with that. But, you know, when I was growing up, you know, and you're a teenager, you know, you just wilding out. I knew people that committed crimes, but they were some of the most genuine people you will ever meet in your life. And I've met people that have never committed a crime, and they were some of the most genuine people you would ever meet in your life. So, you know, in this day and age, it's just, you know, it's just tough. But, you know, and I was telling Robert, I was like, look, you know, and telling some other people, you know, I'm a very healthy eater. I do not eat fast food. I cannot tell you the last time I ate at a fast food restaurant. I do not eat fast food. They put bad stuff in their food, and I don't believe in that junk. Because to me, it's just junk. But I was telling him and you know, some other people, I was like, look, worst case scenario, God forbid, I will go work at one of these fast food places if I have to. You feel me? Until something better comes through. I just don't want to have to do that because I hate fast food places. It's not a matter of pride. It's just I don't like fast food. I think it's filled with a lot of junk, and it's just giving people junk and stuff that they don't need in their system. And so the last thing I want to do is be around it all day and smell it all day. Do you understand what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm just going to see what happens. You know, I'm just trying and doing everything I can. And hope something comes through. So, you know, I'm just, you know, I mean, like, I don't know what else to say. I'm just trying right now. I'm just, you know, I really want her to call me and be like, we got it back, and it's a go. It's a yes. Because she told me, she was like, once I get this back, then, you know, basically the job is yours. And the pay is similar to the pay that I used to get from that other big warehouse company job. So I don't know. I just got to see. And I filled out another application today. As soon as I got home, I've been home for a few hours now, if that. I'm going to fill out some more tonight for like some restaurant positions as a hostess. But I just need something to come through right away. Do you understand? And so, anyway, this vlog is going on 20 minutes. It's almost going on 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. I'm just so grateful and so blessed and so thankful that, you know, someone was able to help me. Robert was able to help me and come through and help me with this. And like I said, I can't thank him enough for that, because that was a blessing to me. And so, you know, I'm going to sleep tonight happy about that. That it feels good to smile again. You know, when you're in a crunch like this, you know, you know, it's hard to smile. You know, I mean, my daughter makes me smile regardless. You know, when I'm with my daughter, I'm in a whole nother world. You know what I mean? But But then when you come back to the reality of the situation and the crunch that you're in, you feel me? You know, I just need something to come through. And I'm just praying, you know, that this works out for me. So if y'all could please just be in prayer for that. Because I believe something will come through. I just don't know when, where it's going to come through from, you know, what job it'll be. But I need it to come through as soon as possible. So that's what's going on with that, you know. My money is still extremely tight. I'm holding on to whatever little bit I got left, and trust me, y'all, it is not much at all. But you know, I'm not going with a lot of food. I haven't eaten barely anything but crackers and graham crackers. I can't tell you for how long now. I've just given up trying to count the days in the damn weeks. But you know, because that money is that I got from Robert today, that goes to the landlord. So, you know, whatever little bit of money I have, which I'm telling y'all is like this, it's all I got. And that's what's going to have to hold me over. You know, if I have to go another month with crackers and graham crackers, then so be it. You know, I just need something to come through. So anyway, this is my daily video vlog number 136, I think, and maybe 135. I'm going to just say it's 136. And then once it uploads, I'll fix it in the title and I'll adjust it. Thank y'all for all of your prayers. I love you, Susie Q. Thank you for just being you. What's up, Michael? What's up, everybody? Marilyn, everybody. If I haven't named you, it's just I get new subscribers every day, so I'm trying to remember everybody. But I read everybody's comments, and I try to respond back to everybody's. You know, in this situation, I got a lot going on in my mind. I'm trying to take my free time to fill out apps, get online, and look. You know, so as soon as this gets, you know, as soon as I'm able to find some work, which I hope it's with this company, you know, that I went to the interview for today, or just something comes through. Once that comes through, y'all, you know, it's still going to be a struggle for a few weeks, but, you know, I'll be able to get back on my vlog. I mean, not because I'm on my vlogs, but I'll be able to start doing some more research on, you know, topics that I bring to y'all's attention about mysteries and stories of the unknown, and just about funny stuff, and you know, and then my old self will come back. But right now it is what it is, and it's getting dark, so I'm going to just go ahead and end this. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much for just being who you are and for supporting me. And I'm MC Aggie St. James, y'all, and I'm out.